What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abby and I heartily welcome you to the Caribbean and to my container garden here in Trinidad and Tobago. Today was a very hot day and getting out into the garden just was not a wise thing to do. So now that it's much cooler, I'm going to be accomplishing two tasks that I had on my to-do list today. One, I'm going to be setting up this device that is designed to scare deer or any rodents away from wherever you want it to stay away from. The last time we were in Atlanta, not this time, previously, my husband picked this up because we were having a rodent issue. But now we're not having that rodent issue. We alleviated that problem. We are having the bird issue, guys. The birds are relentless. My pumpkin vine right now and the cucumbers and my young melon plants have been under relentless attacks. And it's beginning to show, so they're starting to become leafless, and I can't have that. The sad thing is I only have one device and I have cucumber, one, pumpkin, two, and melons, three. Three vines that I have to choose which one I want to protect. And my choice is the pumpkin vine because that is food production and pumpkins store really, really well. And that is one of the goals for the year. As much as I love melons, I am going to have to find some other way to protect those plants. And the cucumbers, they're actually starting to peter out. So I've started some new cucumber vines right here. So I'm going to divide these into bigger pots, or I might just divide them and put them straight into the container for them to keep growing there. But right now the cucumbers don't need my full attention because they are on their way out. What's coming in is these pumpkins. They have now started ramping up their flower production, fruit production, leaf production. The vine, as you can see, has reached quite to the other end of the trellis, which makes me extremely happy. So I have to stay here and figure out how I'm going to set this up there so that when the bird flies down, what this device does is going to make some noise. When you set it, it senses something coming by, and it makes that noise and flashes the light and scares the bird away. I've tried this before. It works really, really well. The problem is getting it at the perfect angle that it could keep the birds at bay. So I think I might need to solicit the help of my husband with this one. As much as I'm brainstorming, I'm just right now not super confident, and I really would like his input. So that's one of the tasks that I have to do today. The other task is getting this greenhouse all ready for growing throughout the rainy season. So you guys know I put down my plastic. I had the plastic there. It's no longer smelling. So I'm going to come in here and try to see if I can create 3 beds in here so that we can start planting out the seedlings that I have. So I'm going to figure this one out. Honestly, I don't have much back muscle, but we're going to find out how we're going to do it. The person who invented solar energy and solar lights and stuff, they're brilliant people, really, really brilliant. It's just so sad that now solar is no longer affordable. It's now the most expensive thing a person can get. Man is just so hard to deal with sometimes. This compost bin is so hot, so the stuff in there is composting really well. I'm loving having this compost bin and not having to turn it But the thing is, I just need to be patient. Sometimes I just need the compost like now. But I'm also loving not having to turn it. So you guys remember I had in here the meat birds. We had 30 meat birds initially, and we were able to harvest out 21 of them. The heat did a number on us, but we were able to harvest something, and we are grateful. Let me tell you something, guys. The meat tastes amazing. Amazing. It's so tender, tasty, and different. I know it sounds so cliche, but it really is different. Those who know. So back at hand, so you guys know in here had the bedding from those birds, their droppings, the grass clippings from that I picked up from the savannah. Sorry about the lighting. The grass clippings that I had from the savannah, and I left it here for the last 3 weeks to decompose. Occasionally, I moistened it and put back the plastic on it. And now that I've raised the plastic, there's no longer a stench, which means things are ready to progress. So I have a couple of seedlings that I really want to get into the ground, and so I need to prepare in here. So I'm going to do a template as to what layout I want in here, what will be the best thing, and we will discuss it in a bit. There's something in my boot. Don't trust. Shouldn't have had bugs at all. You feel something? Take it out and check. You see? What is that? Always check. Always wear your protective gear. You feel something, stop and check it out. I'm going to check the other side just to make sure. All right, so nothing's in there. All right, we're back in business again. So let's find this layout. Okay guys, so I have a layout that I am happy with. So let's see if I could switch you guys around so you can see what I have in mind. We're at the entrance of the coop slash greenhouse. So I have this cardboard. My plan is to use this cardboard in the walkways so that I would have a relatively clean space to walk on, more solid, and to keep weed pressure down in here. I'm only seeing under the plastic some rain lily still trying to sprout in the corner there. Other than that, nothing else is trying to grow, but this is quite fertile soil, so I expect that things will want to grow in here once we allow light through. So I want to keep this path going here, and I also want to keep that narrow path. I folded the cardboard there in two because having a wide path here would, you know, shorten this bed and more growing space there in the corner. So I'm thinking in this bed here to put tomatoes, and yeah, I think, you know, just having 3 tomato trees here would be great, and having some cauliflower, I don't know which side, either cauliflower and other edible plants here in this space. I am excited, very, very excited for this. So what I have to do, I have to take up this cardboard now that I have my layout, and I'm going to dig out some of the soil from this section to create a mound on both sides of the bed, like an indentation, if you will, and then put back the cardboard so that I would have a nice raised area for growing those veggies. And in this compost bin over here with the laying hens, I'm going to take out the compost from there, and I'm going to top dress all these beds tonight, so that tomorrow or some other day I will just focus on transplanting. And I am excited for that. So without further ado, as I always say, let's do this. Let's get growing. Imagine that. I'm sweating profusely. It's nighttime and there's a cool breeze rolling through. Imagine if it was during the day. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, so I completed the task. Let me turn the camera around. So this is how it's looking. So this is how it's looking. The soil is looking really rich, really healthy. Well, I'm not seeing any earthworms, of course. The chickens would have eaten most of them, and the earthworms probably haven't found in here as yet. But this is how it's looking, guys. It's looking great. So I have my little clean walkway here, so I don't have to constantly be thinking that my feet will get muddy. So I have a nice little cardboard walkway in here, and in the back here, though, the soil, let me angle this light this way. Bring the light a little closer. Okay, guys, so in the back here, when I was digging the soil, the grass clippings did not break down in the back here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all of this up, put it one side, and from that compost bin that's right there, the chickens are asleep, so I'm not going to bother them now. So I'll do this tomorrow. From that bin, I'll take compost to put in this spot alone. No other area in this growing space needs compost. Get my lighting back. Yeah, so no other area in this greenhouse needs compost. Let's get out of here. We're finishing here. So this is much better lighting. So guys, what we're going to do, we're going to take that dry bedding that hasn't broken down, shove that aside, and put compost from the bin in that area to grow the tomatoes, as well as we're going to top dress all of these pots with the compost inside that bin, and go from there. So right now I'm going to try and figure out how I'm going to place this device, because those birds come very early in the morning, sometimes before 6 o'clock in the morning, as well as they come very late in the evening. So I'm just going to go up there and figure out how I am going to angle it so that no matter where the bird flies, it makes the noise and does its job. I'm going to put it in this corner. I'm going to put the device in this corner facing that way because the bird tends to come from the west. And if it needs altering, I will do so. Oh, it's a glorious full moon tonight. Guys, I'm going to need his help, so I'm just going to leave it and wait for him to do it for me, set it properly, because the way I'm setting it is a bit janky, a little wobbly, and I don't want it to fall from such a height and damage. So I'm going to set that down and wait for him to set that up for me. In the meantime, I have a couple pimento trees and some pots that I need to drill some holes in, and I'm going to plant those things. I'll do that off camera. So this is where we part ways, guys. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. If you enjoyed today's video, if you have any tips and tricks that you'd like to share with me, please pop them in the comment section down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like what I did in the greenhouse, give me a thumbs up. And share the video, guys. Really appreciate it. That's how my videos are portrayed and send out more, as well as when you like my videos a lot, the algorithm sends it out to more and more people. And I would appreciate if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join us here in Caribbean Charm. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye.